Have you ever considered the sheer audacity of being a divine, infinite creator who spends most of their time trying to play small enough not to bother anyone? It's a cosmic joke, really. You hold the power that spins galaxies within your imagination, yet you've been taught that being modest is a virtue. You've been convinced that shrinking your desires, dimming your light, and putting your magnificent dreams on a dusty shelf is somehow noble. This belief that your smallness is a sign of goodness is the grandest, most tragic misunderstanding of all time. It's a self-imposed prison, a mental ghetto of unworthiness, and you've been living there for far too long, paying rent with your own joy. But what if you could break out? In this lecture, we are going to do exactly that, by uniting the profound inner wisdom of Neville Goddard with the glorious outer boldness of Reverend Ike. We'll explore how Neville's core teaching, that everyone is you pushed out, reveals that your modest self-concept is the very architect of a lackluster reality. Then, we will channel Reverend Ike's thunderous command to get out of that mental ghetto, to stop apologizing for the God power that you are. We are merging the inner vision with the outer roar. This is where the real magic of the law of assumption happens. It's not just about what you quietly feel on the inside or what you loudly declare on the outside. True, lasting prosperity is a unified state. It's the moment your inner assumption of being a masterpiece perfectly aligns with your outer courage to live like one. It's time to stop insulting the divinity within you with a life that is anything less than magnificent. It's time to claim the kingdom. It's time to claim the kingdom. But to claim the kingdom, you first have to understand how you accidentally built the shack you're currently living in. This brings us to Neville's most misunderstood and powerful teaching. Everyone is you pushed out. Let me explain this with a little culinary comedy. Imagine your consciousness is the head chef of a grand cosmic restaurant. Your imagination is the private office where you write the menu for the day and the entire world. Every person, every circumstance, every opportunity is your perfectly obedient kitchen staff. They have one job and one job only: to prepare and serve you exactly what you, the head chef, have ordered with your deepest beliefs and assumptions. Now, what happens when the head chef has been brainwashed into thinking that it's virtuous to be modest? The chef walks into this gleaming 5-star kitchen equipped with every divine ingredient imaginable and mumbles, "Oh, I'm not really worthy of all this. I don't want to be a bother. Just bring me some burnt toast and a glass of lukewarm tap water, please." The kitchen staff, being perfectly obedient to your inner state, looks at each other, shrugs, and brings you burnt toast. They have to. You are the boss. People in your life aren't treating you badly. They are simply waiters flawlessly delivering the miserable dish you ordered from the universe with your own self-concept. Your insistence on being unassuming is the very command that creates an unassuming reality. This is precisely where Reverend Ike would kick open the swinging kitchen doors and shout, "What is this nonsense?" He and Neville are looking at the same kitchen, the same divine law. Neville quietly explains the internal mechanics of how the menu is written in your imagination, while Ike thunders at you to stop ordering from the ghetto section of your own mind. He's telling you to stop insulting this magnificent, God-given establishment by serving slop. They both agree. The kitchen staff can only bring you what the head chef decrees. So the solution isn't to go out into the dining room and argue with the waiters or complain about the food. That's exhausting, and it never works. The real work, the fun work, is to go back into the quiet of your own mind, your private office, and rewrite the menu. You decide, right now, that the special of the day is success, joy, and outrageous abundance. You feel the deep satisfaction of that 5-star meal already being served. This is what it means to start living in the end. And if you're enjoying this recipe for a more delicious life, it would be wonderful if you'd take a moment to like this and subscribe for more. You're not bossing people around. You're simply changing your own internal order. When you assume the feeling of your wish fulfilled, you are handing that kitchen staff a new, glorious recipe. They have no choice but to drop the burnt toast and start preparing a feast. But here's where so many of you get it wrong. You go into your imagination, you order the feast, and then you come out and sit at the table looking like you're still expecting that burnt toast. You're fidgeting, you're looking at the door, you're wondering if the kitchen staff forgot about you. This is where Reverend Ike would storm in, flip the table over, and shout, "Act like you know the food is coming." You cannot have a 5-star inner reality and a 1-star external attitude. The universe gets confused. It looks at your magnificent inner order for lobster thermidor and then looks at your posture, which is screaming for a bowl of watery soup, and it doesn't know what to deliver. So you have to get out of the ghetto of your own behavior. This is about your self-image in motion. Stop walking around like you're trying to fold yourself in half and disappear. Your shoulders are not meant to be earrings, darling. Get them away from your ears. Pull them back. Lift your chin. Stop looking at the pavement like you're searching for loose change. You are the mint, honey, not the coin collector. Walk into a room not with arrogance, but with the quiet, unshakable certainty of someone who belongs there. You belong everywhere. The whole world is your father's estate, so stop acting like you're trespassing on the lawn. And for goodness sake, let's talk about the way you speak. Stop talking about your desires with the tone of a professional apology. "Oh, I'm so sorry to bother you, universe, but if it's not too much trouble, could I possibly have a little more money?" Ugh, it's painful to listen to. You are the head chef. You don't ask, you declare, you decide. This doesn't mean you have to be loud or obnoxious. It's a quiet authority. It's the difference between "I'm trying to start a business" and "I am building my business." One is a struggle, the other is a fact in progress. What is one tiny, broke-sounding phrase you are going to banish from your vocabulary starting today? Go on and declare it in the comments below. I want to witness your upgrade. This isn't about being fake. This is about being congruent. The feeling of wealth you cultivated in your imagination has a physical expression. Spiritual wealth has a posture. Success has a stride. The inner feeling of your wish fulfilled is the engine, but your bold, confident self-image is the beautiful car that it drives. When you start walking and talking like the person who already has it all, the world, your ever-obedient kitchen staff, rushes to rearrange itself to match the glorious picture you are presenting. It has no other choice. Now this is the part where the universe gives you a little pop quiz. And honey, this is where most of you fail. You've done the inner work, you've corrected your posture, you've declared your new reality. You feel like $1,000,000 for a solid 10 minutes. And then you look. Oh, you know exactly what I mean. You peek. You pull out your phone and open your banking app just to see if the money has miraculously appeared. It hasn't. You refresh your email, certain that the dream job offer must have arrived. It hasn't. You look at your reflection and wonder why you don't look different yet. You gave the universe a whole afternoon, after all. What's the holdup? This is the cosmic gotcha moment. This is you, the magnificent head chef, ordering a divine feast and then running to the kitchen window every 30 seconds to see if they've started chopping the vegetables. Your frantic checking, your little flicker of doubt, is you telling the kitchen staff, "I don't really trust you. I'm pretty sure you're still making that burnt toast back there." And what does the obedient staff do? They get confused. They slow down. They wait for a clear, consistent signal. This is where Neville's teaching on persistence becomes your lifeline. He called it denying the senses. This doesn't mean pretending you can't see the bills on your counter. It means you see them, and you know they belong to an old story. They are relics from a past you no longer inhabit. Reverend Ike would say it more bluntly. Stop looking at the ghetto. You have spiritually moved out. Why are you driving by your old, broken-down apartment to see if it's still there? Your attention is the water for your garden. If you keep watering the weeds of your old reality, they will continue to thrive. This time gap between your inner vision and its outer manifestation is not a punishment. It is not a sign that you are doing it wrong. It is the soil. Your desire is a seed you have planted in the fertile ground of your consciousness. Your job now is to have the faith of a farmer. A farmer doesn't plant a seed and then dig it up every morning to check for roots. To do so would kill the seed. Your doubt, your obsessive checking of the 3D world for proof, is you digging up your seed. So, you must practice a stubborn, joyful refusal to be moved by current circumstances. This is the ultimate test of your new self-concept. Are you truly the person who has it all? Because that person isn't worried. That person isn't checking their bank balance every 10 minutes. That person is calm, assured, and already thinking about what wonderful thing they will do next. This period of denying the senses is where your true power is forged. It requires a stern, loving discipline. You must have more faith in your unseen reality than you do in the temporary illusion of lack that is playing out before your eyes. Persistence is the bridge that carries you from the old world to the new. Don't burn it down with your impatience. So how do we put all of this together? We have the quiet internal map from Neville, and we have the glorious external rocket fuel from Reverend Ike. One gives you the destination in consciousness, the other gives you the courage to walk there in the physical world. Combining them is your secret weapon. I call it the coronation walk, and it is the most powerful 5-minute exercise you will ever do to demolish that old feeling of unworthiness. Here is how it works. First, find a quiet space, close your eyes, and do the Neville part. I want you to feel, with every ounce of your being, what it is like to be the person who already has your desire. Don't just see it, feel it. What does ultimate success feel like in your chest? What does perfect health feel like in your body? What does outrageous love feel like in your heart? Feel the weight of the crown on your head. Not a heavy, burdensome thing, but a light, radiant halo of your own magnificent divinity. This feeling is the new blueprint you are handing to your subconscious mind. Now, here is the Ike part. Open your eyes. The exercise isn't over, it's just beginning. Your only job for the next 3 minutes is to carry that feeling into your physical self. Stand up, pull your shoulders back, lift your chin, walk across the room, but do not walk like the old you. Walk as the person you just became in your imagination. This is your mental diet made physical. Move with the authority of someone who owns the building. Breathe with the calm of someone who has no worries. This is your coronation walk. You are rehearsing viol miolera in the flesh for the new role you have already accepted in spirit. But here comes the all-important warning. After you do this glorious exercise, you must not commit what I call a mental abortion. Every time you doubt, every time you check for evidence in the 3D world before it has had time to bake, you are aborting the process. You are digging up the seed. You must protect your new assumption like a precious newborn. When the old thoughts of lack appear, you simply smile and say, "That's a funny memory," and you go right back to feeling your crown. So what is the grand conclusion? It is this: you are not a victim of your circumstances. You are the cause of them. You are not a bit player in someone else's movie. You are the writer, director, and star of your own cosmic blockbuster. The world is not happening to you. It is happening from you. Every single second, your reality is looking at you and asking, "Who are we being now?" Your only job is to give it a magnificent answer. Your new, non-negotiable affirmation is this: I am the authority within and the royalty without. If you are ready to master this unified practice, to live in that perfect harmony between the Neville Goddard vision and the Reverend Ike roar, then subscribe now. This is where we walk the coronation walk every single day until it becomes our only way of being. Go on and live so gloriously that your old life gets performance anxiety. Stop asking for permission to be magnificent. You are the permission. Your only job now is to embody the two most powerful words in existence and live from the one mindset that rules them all. I am. Wealth mindset.